years. I have to remember because we're on Ask a Licensed Cosmetologist. I hope you guys have been going to the Beauty Pioneers link, and I hope you guys have been adding, subscribing to that channel. Where's my Don? Okay. I'm like, wait a minute, it's taking the time. Hey, Johnny, Pam, Pam. Hey, Don.
Hey, friend.
Girl, why is it froze over there? Is it my thing? Okay, there you go. Hey, I miss you. Come back. What's good? What's good? I see you've been having a good time.
Yes,
I'm like, man,
ma'am.
what kind of work Don doing over there? I come on Facebook. I say, what's really happening over here? You looking beautiful as always. As always.
Likewise. I love the jacket. Yes, ma'am.
Wait a minute. You know it's from your place. I told you. My friend told me that's where she got it from. Where you like to shop at?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Where you got this? And she told me. I said that's the place where Don go to all the time.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, honey. You look all alive. You back home or you still in?
I'm
Welcome
still
to the
away.
Bahamas, huh?
I am still away.
Don, look. Hey, I don't know. Y'all gotta know her to know her. Like some of the clients, some of the people on here. Honey, Don look like she done like alive, beautiful, lightweight.
Oh my
You
God.
glowing, honey. You are glowing.
Why, thank you.
You need to take some more trips over there, honey.
Oh, honey,
Yes.
I lined up. I'm back on my regular routine of every 90 days. God's willing. I'm just gotta. Maybe I could save my tip money or something or find a sponsor.
Oh my
But,
God. Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Well, you ain't missing much down here because it's nothing but rain right now, honey. Nothing but
Oh
rain.
wow. Yes,
Love
pretty.
always. Hi.
Well,
Nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, yes.
hello.
So, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm loving the outfit. I like the hair wrap. I like the way you did the little bun, honey. Just ethnic, sexy, blonde, just all these textures of beauty. Loving it, loving it, loving it.
Thank
So,
you.
we didn't get a chance to really chit chat. So what
Right.
I decided to do it on because I was paying attention. I'm like, wait a minute. I have been doing, hold on. We have been doing the coaching classes, like coaching and stuff like that. And
Right.
at dawn, it really just dawned on me literally today when I was up this morning, and I'm like, I'm doing the coaching or whatever. And one of my clients said to me, Lee, you are a hairstylist. I was like, what? And we joked around saying beauty pioneers, we're your virtual hairstylists. But I was like, I think that's actually what we're doing. Because listen, I got the clients parting their hair. I'm showing them how to like do their trims and stuff. I'm like, listen, because they like I'm talking to clients. I'm like, when the last time you been to a hair salon or a
Yeah.
hairstylist? They're like, I can't do it no more. I
Yeah.
can't do it no more. They said, listen, 5 years, 10 years,
Oh wow.
3 years,
Wow.
6 years, 20 years. I'm like, but they come to us. They're like, we're
Mm-hmm.
so grateful for that channel, the channel that you and Don have created, that platform, because it's helping us Black women to understand and to love our hair. And it is not just in that area. It's
Mm-hmm.
just going. It's like they start looking at the way they business run, the way their relationships are, because it's not just about the hair. It's the inside out. So I wanted to do this one about why clients have decided to take their hair back into their hands, their hair care back into their hands, and start
Mm-hmm.
taking care of themselves. Because unfortunately, I have had as well, and you know this, where we got clients that are talking, that are saying like this happened to me, that happened to me. And
Right.
we're trying to do both. And I think it's fine. I think you still should be going to hair salons. We have some phenomenal hairstylists, but it's a whole tribe of women that like they just don't have the time. They rather do their hair at home and I wanted to talk about it. Some of the reasons why they have decided this, which we do a lot all the time anyway, but it's like, to be honest, Don,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I realized it, because when I was in the industry, my clients came faithful, which I know you know this, you
Right.
still doing hair and everything. You don't even recognize that there's women out there that's like, they tired of it. I didn't notice that until I started doing the videos, and they're like, I haven't been to the salon in this time. I haven't been to a hairstylist in this time. And they tell the horror stories.
Right.
So it's like, that's a whole community that we have to help out, because no matter what we say, and teaching them how to trust the hairstylists that we have now and things like that, they like, I'm not dealing with that again. My hair has been fine since I stopped going. You know what I mean? And
Right.
so that's what that's what the topic's about.
Yeah. The actual truth is, we really can do without certain going to the beauty salon on a regular basis. We really can handle our own beauty. The only reason we go to or seek professional help is to get our beauty under control. So if you're
Right.
doing your job as a stylist, a real stylist, you know you nobody want to, I don't want to do a client once a month. Of course I want a client that come in every week, right? Because
Right.
it's profitable and it's better for me. However, it's still enough people in the world where you can still be able to solicit clients on a weekly basis, provided
Mhm.
you're providing the service in which they want, right?
Right.
For us, or why clients have left the salon, is poor customer service is the number one reason. I'm tired of the bad treatment, the crazy prices,
Right.
the unprofessionalism that goes on in the on the beauty industry itself, or receiving a beauty service. And
Hmm.
just imagine, to people that say, "Oh, fuck it, I'll do my own hair," and a
Child,
lot of times
please.
they end up doing a lot better, right? Because once you identify the product, like I said
Hmm.
before, identify the product, identify the style. I'm sorry, identify the style, identify the products that's going to support the style. And I'm so thankful um, that we are beginning and big wave of product in the market. I still think a lot of them suck because they're still conditioned on top of conditioning.
Don, that I'm sorry that the
Uh-huh.
screen went out. It just popped back up and said resume. Yeah.
You back out for a minute.
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
you hear me now? It just came
I
back.
I can.
Okay. Keep going. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So
No.
I didn't hear to a certain point, but keep going. I'm sorry. They probably did.
What was I saying?
You were talking about how people can actually stay at home, because all I heard
Right.
was F it. You know what I mean? They can stay, fuck
Mhm.
it. They could, it's like nobody want to deal with the bad customer service.
Right. Right.
Right.
Nobody wants to support that. So that's really why your business fell off. It's not,
Right.
I think the economy has something to do with it, but
Hmm.
most people who are receiving certain services, if I'm going to get Botox, that's and for money to get
Right.
Botox, right? So whatever the beauty services that we desire, we're going to find the money to pay for it.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Okay. Period. So, and we're going to find someone that can do it well. In Miami, there's tons of helmet styles. Like,
Can you give me an example? Because I heard you say this and I forgot to ask you, like, because I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean, but what is your definition of a helmet hairstyle? This Don is something else, honey. That water got down over there, and that conch. That con, you over there eating conky joes and everything, child. My
Girl,
God.
you know I have had an allergic reaction already.
Nah, not to the con.
Girl, I have had my hands broke out. I don't know. It's just
I don't eat none of that. I don't eat none of that stuff
yeah,
anyway. But
no
yeah,
shellfish for me. The diet is really it really is fruits and vegetables. I know it sucks to say it and hear it, but
yeah,
the minute I venture off into something else, my body cries for it. You know,
right.
pays for it. Tells me like, girl, what you doing? But um, yeah, I think once we find a solution to our hair challenges, we kind of stick with it, and hairstylists move around a lot because it's hard to find consistent clients because,
Mm,
people leave their extensions in for long periods of time. Like it's
yep.
like literally, it's rare that I do have one weekly client,
Mhm.
one,
Mhm.
like, and she's like, she already hit me up, like, when you getting back? Because I don't want to get it in a quick weave. A helmet style for me is a quick weave. When you completely mold your hair down, a lace front is a helmet.
Mhm.
Is a helmet style. It's just lightweight. It's lighter. It's not as confined as the quick weave with the paper and the mesh, etc.
Don, now I got to go to now I got to go to work. I got to look at people with these helmets. Now when I go out in the stores and stuff, I'm gonna be talking to people. I'm just gonna be looking at their helmets like Don said that was a helmet there, child. It really do.
Yeah.
It look like a motorcycle helmet. Like they can just like
Yeah, it looks like you can literally lift it up. Don't the lace looks like you can just lift it off their head? You can it's like, okay, let me just you know.
them low end ones, them $200, them specials.
Yeah.
Those like they straight giveaway. I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It actually makes you look worse. Let me see what Love Laugh says. I haven't been to one in years. Even though I have the money to pay a good one, it's too hard and risky for my hair to find a good one that's licensed, honest, and willing to treat you right. Wow. Don, are you vegetarian? And if so, does it help with your hair?
Yes. I'm not vegetarian. I love meat, but I'm just like on fish right now.
So you're
I love
what do they
I
call it?
love them.
Pescatarian?
I'm sorry.
What's that? Like pescatarian? Is that what they
No,
call them?
you said vegetarian.
Mm. You said you just right now doing fish. I think they call it pescatarian or something.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. I have heard of that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't had I'm trying to stay away from chicken. It's such a heavy protein for me. Um
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just tired of fucking eating it, to be honest. Excuse me, but I
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like, I've been eating chicken all my life. So
Right. You
I'm
know
just
what?
kind of tired of it. Hmm.
You know what I think is cool when they do the blood work and they can tell you what your body is actually supposed to be eating. Because a lot of us think like, oh, I'm eating chicken or I'm eating fish. That's healthy for me. But you know how
Oh
they
my
judge it
God.
based on your blood type? Do you believe in that? Do you think that's I
I
think
would
it's pretty
I
cool.
would love to have that test done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it'll, yeah, because I do believe that our healing is in our food.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at our grandparents, or their grandparents, they didn't have access to all this today medicine, this new age
Right.
medicine, and they lived to be long. They worked, and they did drink and smoke. Some of them
Uh-huh.
might have left
Uh-huh.
here a little bit earlier, but their overall health was not as harsh as it is on you see our young people, like today. They look very, very old, like life is very depressed, it's very what's the word? It's like what's the word? Desire of
Mm-hmm.
despair. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, a look of constant despair. Um, and I think it comes from our food.
Not even just that, they got medicine for everything. I'm depressed, take this
Yes,
pill. I
yes,
cough today, take this pill. They
yes.
have like I'm one thing I remember when I was younger and I was having children,
Mhm.
that I remember not wanting to have a lot of kids because I was so afraid to be in this time today and what they have. Everything is a pill, you know, even like health wise, you know.
Yeah.
And the problem with that a lot of times is it's just really a lifestyle change. It's like
Mhm.
even when I'm doing the coaching now and I'm telling them, oh, once they explain to me what they do in their hair regimen and you
Mhm.
just tweak and change some things, the clients come, the women come back and they're like, Lee, I see a whole 360. Yeah, because that's all you need. It's not actually, and that's the thing. This one of my clients said this morning, I thought it was profound. I actually did a video on it.
Mhm.
Our hair is not supposed to be this difficult. And I was
Right.
like, you're right. It's
Right.
not supposed to be. It's not difficult. But society we already know the history behind being told our hair was difficult, right? And I even was explaining to her, like she was going over some of the products she had. A lot of those products that you have, even think back down when we was young, those
Mhm.
products cater to Caucasian women.
Mhm.
They did not cater to us. Those were
Mhm.
products with high in alcohol and different things like that, and we were using that on our hair. And then once they saw that, hey, it's a community of women that are career oriented or into their beauty or whatnot, they started creating these products. Of course, we have Design Essential, we have a firm Nairobi. Those we have those, but we also have where even now when we got into the natural thing where those big corporations start tapping in, they start buying those small businesses, those companies that like Carol's daughter, they start buying out their products, but then they started putting in all those things that's not so good for us, right?
Right. Mhm.
So I was explaining that to her. I was like, so that particular shampoo that you're using, that's not for your 4C hair. So it's
Mhm.
just a matter of making them understand that, hey, it's
Right.
more than that. But we buy it because when we look at the commercial, and a lot of commercials, I'm going to say this, those are wigs and weaves.
Right.
So I'm
Absolutely.
like, the pigmentation and stuff. I'm like, honey, that's what you remember in beauty school. I just had to bring this up. I was like shocked when I was in the beauty school at LaBelle Beauty Academy. We were pivot point trained. The books, honey, they had the men in there looking like the women. I was like, they was like, that's a man. I'm like, what? You didn't even really know that. I'm like, dang, the cut was nice, whatever. But these were women. These were men that looked like women in our beauty books.
Yeah.
So a lot of things are an illusion, but if we get past the whole, it's difficult. I said this today in one of my videos. I said we took corrective hairstyles and we made them permanent hairstyles, and we took our natural hair and made it a project.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard. Oh my God. I don't feel like washing it. It's
Mhm.
not manageable. Oh,
Mhm.
everything that we were taught over and over again from little kids, little young ladies, even young boys, we were taught that is why. Then we went into the whole, I want somebody light skin or of another race so my baby can have pretty hair. All that
Right.
stuff plays a role. We want to talk about it. Let me put my
Yeah.
glasses on to see Dawn's face. Yeah, all those things play a role. We don't want the kinky hair because we don't want to be in that category. But then
Right.
I had a friends that have the pretty curly hair, the Indian hair or whatever. Guess what? They not happy with that. So I was telling them the curly one is straight, the straight one is curly. They not even happy with that. They wish that they could do an afro. So then you got the other community of us with the kinky hair. That's like, oh, it's so hard. Oh my God, I need give me something that's gonna last me 6 months. I don't want to touch my hair, right? Then you got the one they want to do their hair like them, but the ones that do have, interracial, may have Indian or Hispanic or whatever. They like, child, I want an afro. So and I see it all the time. Oh my gosh. Child, Keisha done missed her calling. Keisha is on the scene. Hey, ladies. It's so good to see you both. It's good to see you too,
Likewise.
Keisha.
Likewise.
Hey. And yes, some. Yeah, so it's not, and that lets you know that's why I always say good hair is having hair. It doesn't matter the texture. It's the fact that you have hair, because there's a lot of women walking around in shame because they got caught up with the helmet hairstyles, as Don is saying, the quick weaves and all those different things. They got caught up in that. And because they got caught up in that, guess what happened? They're now in a state, now they're in their 30s and 40s, and what was an option now has become mandatory, and they got to spend money, because quick weaves only, that thing start lifting up and start looking like a little mustache in the back.
Yep.
You don't want them kind of problems. What
Yeah.
Keisha says. And yes, some of us feel like our hair is a project. Divine, what do you think of? Okay, but are you saying botanical oil? I don't know. What you think about botanical oil, Don?
I like coconut oil.
Yeah.
I prefer lightweight oils. It depends on the density of the oil. For me, I prefer coconut oil because coconut oil penetrates easily into the skin, and it's, and you get that potassium going. So the it's loaded with potassium, I should say. But
Right.
you have so many benefits with just one product in terms of the coconut. I prefer aloe. I really do use natural products. I can't remember the last time I did use a store-bought shampoo for my client because she suffers from severe psoriasis. But I really work on just natural products. A lot of aloe. I actually use mayonnaise for my treatment.
Right.
Protein, stop the breakage. Remember, because you can't find what that was, effigy, that we used to use back in the day
Yeah,
to,
rapidly.
to stop the breakage. One of my clients had gotten a Brazilian straightener because of course I had gone away, and she was like, I just wanted to try something, a blow dry, keep my hair kind of straight. So this person, she went to a Dominican salon, and they gave her a Brazilian treatment, and her hair literally just was like shredding. And my thing is, they don't tell the client that it is a permanent straightener.
Wait, you kind of broke. You kind of stopped talking. Say it again. They don't what?
They don't inform the client that it's a permanent straightener.
Right.
You know, it really transforms your curl pattern. Your hair is not going to go back curly. So anytime your hair does not revert, that means that it is a permanent chemical change within.
Right. Right.
If you wear your hair and it's straight and then the roots are curly, then you have two different things going on within the shaft. When I tell you, it literally takes me, her hair is short, but it takes me like an hour and like 15 minutes, almost 90 minutes to actually silk press her hair.
Wow.
It's like small thin slices and just go,
Yeah.
like just pulling it through.
Yeah.
And it's really like a conditioning heat to avoid any more breakage. Like we don't have any more breakage anymore, but it really was a series of treatments to stop this. And of course, we had to amputate some hair, right? She had to chop it off. Um, but it's coming in nicely. So I
Good.
don't do too much over the counter stuff. I really try and find natural products, natural healing elements to cure whatever ails us in terms of our hair, even from my hair and my skin.
Now you remember back in the day too, and I'm gonna read your comments next, ladies. I see you talking. Back in the day, all that stuff that you was talking about, that's what my mom washed my hair with. Worked my nerves, because I don't know why she would wash my hair and then tell you to run outside and let the sun dry it, and then call you in and get that Afro comb and be popping me. But you got my hair all matted up, like I done ran outside and everything is dirty again to me because I'm sweating. And then you want to comb my hair out and pop me because I'm crying because my hair hurt. Woo, child. I had to get that out, honey. I'm sorry, y'all. That was like one of those childhood traumas that I had to get out of me and share with y'all. All right, let me get to it. Let me see what they talking about, Don. Okay, so I think that I was saying it wrong. Divine is saying, what do you think of Batana? I never heard of this Batana oil. I've been thinking about trying Batana, Batana oil. She said Dr. Sabi talked about it. So I haven't heard of it. Have you heard of Batana oil?
I have not. But you know, Google knows almost everything. So you can
Mm-hmm.
always put it in. For me, I am super allergic to a lot of things.
Right.
So I try and stick to one product. Now, when I say coconut, coconut is in various forms. You have a coconut butter. You have different levels of coconut, of of the use of the coconut.
Uh-huh.
So if the actual oil itself, like I tried a coconut oil that was here, and it kind of felt like it was by Butch Boy, and
Uh-huh.
it felt like that old school baby oil that we used to use back in the day.
Okay.
Like when you put it on, and then it kind of evaporates, but
Uh-huh.
it didn't have that greasy feel, but it was just a
Ooh.
smooth oil or feel, like silk on my skin. It
Oh, I
really
like that.
did feel nice. And I just wanted to try something different because I was running low on my actual coconut butter that I use
Mm-hmm.
from Design Essentials. That's what I use on everything. I use it on my hair, I use it on my face, on my
Mm-hmm.
skin. That's my go-to. But I just wanted to try something, try something different. So I
Right.
didn't get it, but trying different things. But I don't recommend being a product whore. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's, we're on to the whatever is new, the next new thing, and we end up layering all these products on top
Right.
of each other, right? And then
Listen.
we may have an outbreak, and and we don't know why we having an outbreak, because you have to remember, if you're using a gel and an oil on your hair, for instance, you may have a product that you say, "Oh, I like this product, but it's kind of oily," or the actual substance is an oil base. You put that on, and then you go in and put some gel on top of it, because I like this gel. It's edge control. I take all this and take it and pull my hair back, right? Because I
Mm-hmm.
like particular edge control, right? So, and
Mm-hmm.
now you go in and put the mousse on top of it because it's a little frizzy. I want to keep the flower ways down. So you just went in and
Right.
you 3 products that are alcohol based.
Alcohol, alcohol, alcohol defeated the whole purpose. And because it looks shiny and good,
Mm-hmm.
good. And I'll be like, no, your hair is not good. Now, I wanted to read Batana oil, also known as palm kernel oil, is a vegetable oil extracted from kernels of the elise. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna mess this name up. Oleifera palm tree. It is a rich source of fatty acids, including oleic acid, linoleic acid, and vitamin E. It deeply nourishes and moisturizes hair and skin, reduces frizz and breakage, promotes hair growth and thickness, has inflammatory properties, and protects hair from environmental damage. Whoa,
Wow, that
that
sounds
sounds real good. That is Batana oil. I'm gonna look into that, Divine. I like that. And then you say Dr. Sabi. Now you can't really miss with Dr. Sabi with a lot of his methods and things that he did.
good.
Okay. Now Keisha says I have definitely feel like that depending on the day, I feel like that I am definitely learning or unlearning my perspective, but I feel towards about my hair and not seeing it as a project. Yeah, a lot of us do.
Yeah.
If you are a woman, and this is the thing I had to keep saying, girl. Somebody came for me the other day. I said, "Oh Lord."
No.
Girl, I did a quick video on because I was in a meeting and the girl she had did a great presentation. She looked cute and everything. But at the end of the meeting, you want to ask questions. So you got other I'm the only black one in there besides her. And she started, I said,
Oh,
oh. So I'm like looking at her like, how you looking like,
what are you
every time
doing?
she look at me, I'll be like, and she just like, depending on, I was like, So I did a video about it, and I explained why we're patting the hair. It's not just patting the hair because it's itchy. You're patting your hair because you got bacteria or it's dirty or all these different things. So the
Absolutely.
lady comes in there and she says, "You don't know what you're talking about. I could wash my hair 100 times, and if it want to break, some foolishness." I was like, and I'm like, "You're trigger." I said, "You're trigger. Are you a patter?" You know that Keisha stay on it too. So I'm like, "Are you a patter?" And
Yes.
I'm just like, we trying to help you guys, you know what I mean? And then they come in and they be with the fools because a lot of women are triggered. They don't want to hear about taking care of their hair. They want a quick solution. I saw a girl. This the new thing. Oh, this the new thing, Dom. I'm gonna read the rest of y'all. I've been doing hair for 13 years. Somebody put in the thing, "Are you licensed?" That lady never came back and answered. So that's the new thing. So I said, "Oh, they watching, they listening because you're saying now the new thing is I've been doing hair. So you've been a styling hair."
Right.
And I want people to understand that it's a difference between cosmetologist and a hairstylist. You've been styling, you've been doing aesthetics to the hair, as Dom puts it. You've been braiding hair, or you know how to sleek and do a quick weave. You know how to do a sew-in. That's styling of the hair. You know how to do updos. That's styling. But if you don't, when they tell you they've been doing hair for 20 years or 15 years or 10 years or 5 years, ask them, do you have a cosmetology license? And that will allow you to decipher whether or not you want to go to them, because this is all that I'm getting done, and make sure that they're not doing anything that's going to cause hair loss. All right. Divine says coconut oil breaks my hair off. I had a client that was allergic to anything coconut. Divine also says aloe vera does good for my hair. Yep, I've heard that. Aloe is super absorbing. This Keisha. They say Batana grows the hair. It looks like it. I like the fact that it's an anti-inflammatory. I didn't even finish reading everything. It's from Central and South America, so it seems like a really good product. Let me see. Divine
Remember the
Keisha.
hair. Hold on,
Huh?
so you said it's an anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
Remember the oil, unless you put it, that has to. It's not for the hair because the hair is not inflamed. The
That's for the
skin,
scalp.
yeah, the skin may be inflamed, but the
Right.
hair is not inflamed. So
Right.
when you have to be mindful of the type of product and its use.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's Go ahead.
It says Batana oil is commonly used in hair care products such as shampoos, conditioners, and hair masks. It can also be used as a moisturizer for the skin and massage oil. Don, you might like that because you got extra sensitive skin. Let me see what else they got to say. Yes, Divine, I do too. So they talking amongst each other. Keisha and Divine. I have heard of that oil. Keisha says she heard of it. Jonas. Oh gosh. Hold on. We got somebody. We got only one today. Bye, Jonas. All right. Adia says hi. Latanya Nelson, I agree. Latanya, what you agree with while we're going through that? So while we were talking about that real quick, y'all listen, Don, we done started talking. I don't forgot I'm like. So the whole concept of the conversation today is a lot of clients have decided it's not like it just started. It looks like it's been going on. I think that we just haven't noticed it. Some of the reasons why clients have just decided, listen, I don't want to try to build trust. I am sick of the drama. I am sick of dealing with, I got to make an appointment. I got to pay a deposit of $50. And then when I get to the appointment, you late. You're not paying me. You're not going to give me no money. No apology. You got bonnets on your head, your feet dragging, you're late all the time. You cancel the person last minute. I just had that a girl that I work with. She was like, her client, hair blowed out. She had a hair blowed out and everything for 2 days. She was like, I'm going to get my hair done. I said, okay. Honey, girl was supposed to get her hair done for Halloween. A girl show up. I said, well, what you want? She said she was going to Whitney Houston. I said, well, baby, what happened? She said, the lady called and said that, listen to this excuse. It's too hot for her to do hair today.
What?
I said, you can't even, wait, what? The
What is
lady told her, I don't know, maybe she's going through menopause. I don't know. But this is the unprofessional. And you know what the first thing I said to her? The lady is not licensed. And she
right?
looked and said, how you know? I said, because I don't know why it's not, I'm saying they are better. Because a cosmetologist understands building clientele and understands how to treat clients. Like we're taught those different things. They only people do that is people that she probably didn't want to do your hair. They have a specialty license,
Right.
but they don't care. They don't have any skills. They haven't gone to school to know
Right.
how to handle business, to know they don't know how to handle clients, because in beauty school you can be a person that don't know how to have, you may not have people skills, but if you go to the right beauty school, they're going to teach you all of that stuff. They're going to teach you how to build your clientele. They're going to teach you how to, they're going to teach you how to make your money. They're going to teach you so many things. So when I hear that now, I automatically, and I hate to say it because we have some great hairstylists that do natural hair, but unfortunately, it's a lot of bad apples. It's not a few, it's a lot of bad apples, and you can decipher. And as soon as I said that, she said she is not licensed.
Right.
That's why you was headed. She was driving there, and the lady told her she's not gonna be able to do it. So then she said, "Well, when can you do it?" Now you at her baking call. Now this the hairstylist, the client, like, please, I got parties to go to. She said the lady told her it's just too hot. I'm hot. I can't calm down. I'm sweating and stuff. I can't do hair. Ain't no
Wow.
way. I said, ma'am.
That's
Oh,
what reasons right here. It says lack of personalization. No
right,
understanding of client's preference. Clients often want their preferences recommended. I mean, remembered. Specific
right.
haircut style. If they feel like they're just another number, they may seek a more personalized experience.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I take one client a day. um,
Listen.
yeah, inconvenient location or hours. Them odd hours. I only start work at 12 o'clock, and then you actually mean 2 o'clock because I'm not gonna take my client until 2 o'clock. Y'all know I'm not gonna get there until 2 o'clock, and I gotta do all my friends first because tonight, so I gotta do them. So took all the regular people that could be paying you, you do your friends so y'all could be ready for tonight to go out to the club. Lack of product knowledge. They just don't know what
Mm-mm.
they are using on the people hair. You using
Mm-mm.
mousse, uh hair control, foam gel. And the truth is hair braiders are not supposed to use products.
Really?
No, they are
What do
supposed.
you wait,
They're
what do you mean when you say products? Like, can you break down the products for me? Make me understand that.
styling products. Styling products. They are unaware of styling products. They don't know a gel from an alcohol. They don't know the ingredients that's in the products. That used to be the the regulations. That's why they just deregulated having a braider's license because they just crossed and broke every line till they're like, what do you mean we can't use products? Well, how am I supposed to put the clients this? How am I supposed to do their hair? Remember, the quick weave was when you're molding a client's hair down in beauty school. You're either using hairspray or gel. That hairspray or gel, whatever the
That's
wet
right.
is, you're gonna do a pin curl, right?
Right.
select your finishing product that you're going to use to maintain that hairstyle for where hopefully for the event, but not to maintain. It's no products that were recommended or on the market that's going to last for a month. That's going to make your hairstyle last for a month. So just the psychological makeup of that doesn't make any sense. So that's how you
That's
know the person's not licensed, because what they're asking is so ridiculous. You know what I'm
oh my
saying?
God. So
Yeah.
it's two things I've seen, not to cut you off, but I wanted to add that to it so you can talk about it. Like the braiders that are using the edge control, the
Mhm.
jam or whatever, and it looks shiny and they braid in the hair, and the person like, oh, look at it's pretty and shiny. I was like, it's like, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
You look at the hair, some of the hair before it braid, it look all limp already and weak. And then they braid that, they put that thing on it to make sure it's no hair sticking out. And they braid it and it looks good. You know the saying, looks can be deceiving. That's definitely deceiving because in your mind, you like, yes, shiny is pretty or whatever. But then you in there scratching and itching, and you're itchy and scratching it because of the fact that there was no treatment done. There's no moisture in your hair. Your hair is not hydrated. It needs hydration. There's so many things that are going on. But it was shiny. So the look, as long as it look okay, I'm good. But then when you take them braids out, that
Yeah.
hair is breaking off because that's nothing but straight alcohol from the root all the way to your ends, and they're braiding that. So that's something. And then the new thing I keep seeing it, and the girl hair does look nice. They're taking the wax stick and they're putting the wax stick on the hair and then flat ironing it. So that's the new thing. And I was like, well, maybe it was treated before. I don't know. And people was like,
They're
the new,
on
huh?
your hair, on your on real hair or extensions.
Real hair.
Well, you know that's similar to when we used to put the wax and the wax. Remember when we used to do those hard curls? We put the wax on the hair, then we put the spritz on, and then
Freeze
go in
curls.
the
Mm-hmm.
free.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
so maybe that's like the modern or new age version of but you know it's still you still coating the shaft
that's
and
it.
make it, you know, keep the flyaways. That does it would help it
Yeah, it
from
helps it. But it's
swelling.
just a matter of remember those molecules and that wax is large. So I'm like, hopefully they did treatments on the hair because now they just showing that end part and curling it with a flat iron, and it does look nice. So I'm not going to take that away, but I'm just like, was the hair treated like now? Because I think Beautypioneers is doing something because now, boy, they like this girl, they showing like quick weaves, $60. This down here in Florida. The new
What?
one I saw, they gluing your braids. Like if you missing hair here, now they take the glue, they put the glue on the braid and they lay it wrap it around your head. I said, my God. It said, and said, come, honey, it's right here in Florida. Come check us out. And guess what? Almost 1,007 comments. Wait, where y'all at exactly? How long that glue gonna last? I said, that's what you're saying. I'm like, man. Okay, let me get in the comments real quick. Adila, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. Adila or Adila, I want to know what to do for dry hair from coloring. That's a loaded question. You got to be more. Um, you got to tell us what kind of coloring that you had done. What's your hair type? Like, what's going on with it? Is it breaking off? Is it shedding? Did you lift the hair? Did you bleach the hair? Are you talking about just a permanent color that was put on the hair? What color volume you use? It's like all those questions. Sometimes, a lot of times, and it's not that we don't want to assist you, but we want to point out that the that it's hard to give you like that type of consultation because it's kind of like you're asking for a consultation. It just depends on the person and so on and so forth. So give us that information. We'll be able to answer it a little bit better for you. Keisha, that woman was trifling. The hairstylist, honey, I would have showed up at her door with some ice water to cool her down. No, ma'am. Y'all know that's my favorite word. No, ma'am. She would have something. She would have. She would did something. Gave me gas money for coming or something. Listen, y'all, and just the fact of you trying to work with a person and say well, when can I come?
Yeah.
Now Halloween is here. I had plans, but when can I come and sit? And the lady just said, I just can't do it. Adila, I saw the LinkedIn. Hold on. Have you heard they have robots that can braid hair invented by a Nigerian lady? No, I didn't hear that. That's interesting. Oh, this person is saying GDFBRT. I think it was a project she did at Harvard. The robot was not braiding. It just was finger detangling craziness, like detangling the hair. Okay. Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Adila, hair type 3, permanent color, 30 volume. I don't do braids or weaves. Have dryness from flat ironing repeatedly and coloring hair. All right. So is it okay? Wait, permanent hair color and it's dryness. So that means that her hair is Don, I can't think of the word. High porosity. That means can your hair is it holding the color or is it's like I need to know more. But for dry hair, 30 volume, permanent color. Is it breaking or is just dry? Do you all do consultations on other things besides hair, like style, makeup? Dawn does. Love Laugh, Dawn does. I just did a video, and that's why I was telling you guys, if you go to Beautypioneers, you can go to it now. It's a red sign on Beautypioneers. Subscribe there. It's an email link, and Dawn specializes. She is a makeup artist, celebrity makeup artist, but she's Coach Dawn now. All right. But she specializes in hair, makeup, skin, all of those different things. Dawn specializes in them, even down to lashes. She sells mink lashes, y'all. I'm telling y'all, she does a lot. That's why she's on the platform, because she brings it. She is definitely a pioneer. So if it's more than just hair, Love Laugh, go to Beautypioneers. And I'll put it under here as I think it's under here. If you go up under the description, you'll see it says Beautypioneers. I think it has our email one-on-one if you want a one-on-one consultation. And you can let us know who is it that you want the consultation with, which I would suggest you go to Dawn, and then you go ahead and set that up. Okay, so definitely consultations through Zoom meetings and stuff like that. So you'll love it. It was called Halo Braid. Okay, the braiding robot. Oh, that's cool. Now going back to this young lady, Adila, what steps have you been taking? Like, what have you been doing? What's your regimen? But I can tell you right now, the flat ironing repeatedly and coloring. I'm sorry, I keep hearing this fuzz. That's definitely not a good combination. I need to know what your regimen is. What are you doing? Yes, I get split ends, 3BC. Oh, the color you're using is a brown. It's a level 3 brown copper. Frequently do ponytails. My hair don't hold color well. Yeah, I knew it. I was like, that sounds like her hair not holding color. Are you using a lot of alcohol, spritz, different things like that? A 3BC, that's not. Why were you using I'll leave that alone. I'm like, why they had to use the 30 for the 3BC? But I
That's
just do
why
conditioning,
color.
Redken shampoo, and conditioner. So yeah, what you say, Don?
Um,
That's her products.
Yeah, first of
What?
all, the you don't use for the color selection, you don't need a 30 volume. So that's why your color is not staying. You
Right.
know, it's over processed with the color.
That's
The
a
pump,
deposit.
yeah, the style itself is a drying agent, a drying style, dehydrating style,
Yep.
a ponytail. So you would expect breakage, or you would expect your hair to be in the condition that is in, based on the product choices and the style that
Mhm.
you selected.
The red can, I would definitely say that's a no-no. So it's a matter. You most likely need to do a consultation because we can't do everything here. Consultations, that's where we see you visibly. We can see you and we can tell you everything, and we'll have more questions for you, Adila. And you definitely can go on the Beauty Pioneers. Like I said, look at the link, the email, and you can schedule something with Dom. But I was like, why is a 30 volume for a level 3? That's
Yeah,
like a you know what I mean? That she could have that could have been a different process by itself. And I can tell you right now, Adila, based on your hair type, Redken hair products is not the one. Even though they have like color shampoos and stuff like that, that's not for your hair. I can tell that just by the fact, like Don said, there's no hydration and different things like that. And that is a major thing, ladies, that I see a lot of, especially in the consultations. Don, I was saying it's literally product because, like I said, we're using products. We're looking at the TV or, they're online. You have hairstylists online. They're showing this glamour look and all these different things. But we have to find what fits us as Black women,
right.
even though we're different rays of tones of colors and different things like that, everybody has a different DNA, right?
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
when you're talking about our hair textures, we have tightly coiled hair. The difference is, the best way I can describe it, and I did a video on this, but the best way to describe it is the fact that because of our curl patterns, our hair thrives off of moisture. That's why you constantly hear Don saying hydration, moisture, and these different things like that. Because when we're using product, because of the curl, the way our hair is going around like a tight, it can be tightly coiled, a loose coil. We struggle with moisturizing and conditioning, right? That's why when you do color services, I don't know who was doing the color services. That's another important thing. It doesn't sound like you went to a hair colorist. I don't know if you were doing that on your own. You got a box color. I'm not really sure, but that's why I'm saying it's so much. That's a loaded question that it's kind of hard to say over the thing. But one of the things I want to tell you guys, like I had a client that she was using a product. It was Paul Mitchell. Now I have a great respect for Paul Mitchell. Paul Mitchell and Peter Coppola were the ones that had started unisex salons, because the salons was just, I think it was just men or something like that. So they created unisex salons, and you had women's salons and all these different things. So you had that respect, but their products is not necessarily the greatest for our hair. Certain products that they have is not. It was not created for our hair. So it's not created for your hair, but we're using products like that because we want that fabulous blow and different things like that. More people of other race, they deal with sebum buildup. They deal with oily hair. We deal with the opposite of that a lot of times. Now, I'm not saying like all of us do, but a lot of us deal with when it comes to hydration and moisture. And so product is the number one reason. Product and your method is the number one reason that you're experiencing that. And I would suggest, that you get a hair consultation, because just a simple tweaking and changing things, you'll be able to enjoy your hair. But right now it's going to stay in that state because you're using not just the wrong products. It sounds like the method, and Dawn will be able to tell you all about that because she's a colorist as well. We do it all. Keisha, I have a skin question for Dawn. As an esthetician, does she treat laugh lines or allergy line across the nose? or for melanated skin?
No, Keisha.
Go to the description, Adila. Go to the description in this video now. Go to the description and you should see the email there. I want to believe I put it there. I did. I'm almost positive I put it there. So you can go to the email. You can contact us that way, and we'll be more than happy to help you out with that. Don, you said no, you don't deal with that.
No, my
What's that?
dear.
What is that for? Like, what's that like? That's where the Botox and stuff come in at. That people do for
It's
lash lines.
an indention within the skin. You know, some people don't like their laugh lines, so they insert Botox to remove them, or fillers.
Right.
To remove them. I don't believe in injections. I don't believe in injecting anything. I know it's a money maker. Um, it's very lucrative, but it's not something that I do.
Yeah, because Keisha, I had asked Don about what I don't know what made me do it because I don't have eyebrows. The only way I have eyebrows, I have to like get them waxed or whatever for you to tell I have eyebrows. So I have to draw my eyebrows on. And I asked Don, I was like, well, "What do you think about what is it, microdermabrasion? What is that for the eyebrows? What they call that? Whatever they call it. What is it called, Don?"
Microblading, micro
Yeah, and she was
microblading.
like, "Can you tell them why?" Because I see a lot of people. I'm like, man, it kind of bothered me because I was like, dang, that's like when you get a tattoo here. You remember your mama had that tiger tattoo, and then the tiger done laid out, the tiger laid off, the tiger stretched all the way down the knees. Can you explain that too as well?
Yeah, the thing with tattooing eyebrows, because that's what it is, microblading, um, is that you're stuck with that shape. I know sometimes it fades out, whatever have you. It doesn't last as long. On some people, you have to go in and touch it up, but you're stuck with that eyebrow shape. You know, really bold, and the style of your brows change out. You know, your eyebrows are not twins, they're a pair. So you have to create them. You know what I mean? You have to go in and shape them out, and no two are the same. So
Right,
a lot of people get they're frustrated. Look, I don't have time to be trying to make these eyebrows look decent. And the truth is, our eyebrows shape the face. It begins the softening excuse me, of the face, shaping the eyebrows. So people know, if let me just do my eyebrows, put on some lip gloss and some mascara, and I'm good to go. Right? They're not concerned about any foundation or anything like that. They just want, it's a simple play. But as far as the microblading, I love them. I do like the look, a great pair. But I think a good gel uh, eyeliner or brow pencil. I'm an artist, so I like to draw and create. So I don't want an eyebrow that I'm gonna be stuck with.
see, that's what I'm saying. I was like, when Don told me, I'm like, what I do? She said, you got to keep drawing your eyebrows. I was like, oh my gosh. But I get it because I remember when that thing first came out, and I had a friend at the beauty school. I remember it was all Hispanic, and she had got it done. And when she got that thing done, Don, it had turned like a blue black. It's like I said, oh, it's fading out, and it wasn't even long because that's when they was really starting that stuff. And she was like, I
Uh
gotta
huh.
keep going to get it done. And then eventually she went and got it brown and then had to let the hair because remember then they was shaving off all the eyebrow, just like how they do with
Yeah.
lace fronts. I'm like, why are they shaving their whole, that shaving their hair, your hair? Why would you shave your hairline off for a
Yeah.
temporary hairstyle?
They're gonna tattoo on edges in a minute.
Now, why you
It.
said that? You got goat mouth.
Huh?
That's a goat mouth right there. You said it, and now it's gonna be put out there in the atmosphere. Hey, she's right. Maybe we can jump on that. Hey, yeah, let's go ahead and tattoo our hairline.
Yeah.
Lord help us, give us strength.
The lace blend in better.
Okay, and then so let's go and read some more. Keisha, I've seen a lot of people microblading more with the younger generation. Yes. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen what it's been like a spurt of it, but I remember a long time ago. So they doing much better with it. But I do agree with Dawn. Once she told me, I was like, okay, I guess I just keep getting my eyebrows drawn on. Keisha, when I don't get my eyebrows done, ooh, child, I be looking like she wolf. Keisha is our entertainment on Beautypioneers. I absolutely love her. Julia Agreste. Hi, love. Hi, I love what you do. I want to grow my hair out, but I can't do protective styles. My scalp is so sensitive. I take them the next day. I take them out the next day. Any advice? Thanks. It actually sounds like you're allergic to your hair extensions. Keisha, see, Don done put it on in the universe. Yeah, child, they gonna be drawn on hairlines. They already got the hairline. Child, what's the thing? I just told you they taping braids, but they're also they got the hairline with that so they can get that what is it, baby hair? I think it look like teenage hair when it look like a whole mass mustache. But they do that little swoop thing. They got the hair prosthesis for that. I said you can't make this stuff up. So
That's
Julia, going back to you real quick, it just sounds like you are allergic to the hair. Again, that's kind of a loaded question. What exactly are you having done? Is it wefts? Is it weave? You just may be that person, which is not a bad thing. It just depends on what, because you say you want to grow your hair out. Have you tried like a glueless wig? Have you tried that? I don't know. We just need more information. So, oh, hello. I hear like a buzz. I'm wondering if it's on my side. So yeah, that's what it more so sounds like. I guess now the reason why I wanted to talk about the topic, and it seemed like we talked about everything but that, but we were talking about the fact that clients are now, and I'm realizing it because every other day somebody's scheduling a consultation and getting a coaching package, a hair coaching package. And a lot of the women that I've noticed, they want to wear their own hair. I'm
right.
like so shocked with that. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. So not everybody wants to run around and take their temporary hairstyle and make it permanent, these lace fronts and stuff. It's a lot of women that want that. And then you have women that say, hey, I still like wearing my protective hairstyles, my wigs, my weaves, but I want to take care of my hair. Thank you for this platform. And so women, and I'm like, what I was telling Don earlier is like, I'm asking the women, like, when the last time you been to the salon? They like, mm-mm. That one lady said she went to the lady around the corner. The lady had relaxed her hair and then put a permanent color to she went to go to bleach her hair, and she said she thought she was doing a permanent color. She had asked for color. You know how you do the relaxing? They said, give me a rinse on my head. No, 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 no. That girl went and mixed up some bleach, a braider. She wasn't even a stylist. When it mixed up some bleach with it, she said, when she looked, she said, can I see what you're doing? She said, I don't want my hair lifted. You just put a relax. She knew. You just put a relax. If you put that bleach on, my hair is going to come out. And they got into an argument. She said she got up and she paid her and left.
Wow.
So she said, no, 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 I'm not going back. I understand. I see your videos on how we can trust hairstylists. Lee, I'm not risking that. She's the kind of job that she has. She's presenting before, she's traveling and stuff like that. She said, I can't afford to lose my hair and it could possibly be permanent. My face and my look is what's sold. You
Oh,
understand what I mean? So she said the girl was like, I know what I'm doing. Like the girl was arguing with her about she knew what she was doing. I'm like, she had no clue. And that's another thing you'll find with hairstylists. If they like, if you say, hey, can you cut this, or can you razor cut, because a lot of them don't know how to razor cut or color, things like that, they'll try to deter you from doing those things because they really don't know how to. And instead of them saying, man, I'm getting more and more clients that's asking for this, so maybe I need to do continuing education, they won't do that. And instead, they'll cancel you at the last minute. All right. Even with my own hair, I can't braid it at all. It hurts. I use wigs, but they are glueless. Pull them, I put them on every day. I don't know. I hate saying this because I feel like a broken record. It sounds like you may need a consultation to find out what's going on. Have you been to a dermatologist or a trichologist? Keisha, I would have paid her no attention. No, Keisha. That part, I was like, why is she paying her? But she said she was paying her. I asked her, I said, why did you give her any money? She said, well, she had did the relaxer. I said, did she do a good job? She said, Lee, it took me 6 months to get my hair back to normal. I don't, you know what I mean? Because she said her hair was limp. That lady had done did a virgin relaxer method on something that she just had a few inches of new growth. She just wanted her new growth done. The lady had, and then gonna want to put bleach on it. I said, oh my God. I said, when did this happen? 6 years ago. I said, you haven't tried anybody? I refuse to. And I have had high recommendations. I'm not playing with you. I'm sorry. I'm not playing with them. I'm not playing with them. A lot of women are saying too, these are the reasons why they're taking it into their own hand. They want hair care. We are in a time in 2025, going into 2026, where people are doing videos saying, oh my gosh, they wash my hair too. Y'all see nothing wrong with it? I'm like, hey, come to this salon. They wash your hair and they give you treatments. Wow. Really? Wasn't that the norm, Don?
Yeah, I'm glad they're bringing it back. You know,
What? Don is happy y'all are bringing back hair care.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are putting it in the forefront. You know, I think this platform where we're educating the consumer.
Mm-hmm.
So now the consumer, they're not ignorant to what the stylists or those people who are so-called stylists or people that are out there trying to swindle them out of their money. I think this platform is great. Again, I thank you for this platform and allowing God to give you the vision and move forward with it, because we really do have to make a conscious effort to preserve our beauty, because yeah, of course I want, it's like getting the young kids into vaping, make it trendy, right? And they saw where it was actually destroying these kids, so they did a campaign on vaping, which dropped severely. So I think this platform, in terms of putting a campaign out and educating the consumers, um, what they should be asking, what they should be looking for. And if you've been doing your hair thus far and you've been okay and it's growing, whatever state it may be in, kudos to you. Because look at, all the progress that you've made with your hair to now go in and entrust this stylist who's just in it to get some money. They don't care, and they ruin your good job that you've been doing with growing your hair back. We know there's
Right.
tons of this loyal and dishonest people out there, negative reviews, bad reputation, you know. So I'm glad we're here. Lack of convenience and booking.
Yeah. And that's the key point. And
Mhm.
I tell the ladies, I say, congratulations, that's a bold move, because they want, it's not that they don't have the help, they just didn't have the education, they didn't know what to ask for. My
Well,
client said, I didn't know, I thought that if you in a salon that you're a licensed cosmetologist.
right.
And she said a lot of us didn't even know to ask to see your license. But you know what? In the
The
state of Florida, you don't ask to see our license. Our license has to be
This
right out for you to
right.
see that we're licensed. And you can read, you can see it's up to date, you can see all those different things.
Right.
So that's why we probably never really talked about. I didn't know it was something to talk about till I came back to South Florida because I was in North Carolina. But when I came back to South Florida, I remember working in that Dominican salon and I went to put my license up, and one of the hairstylists said to me, "Don't put your license up because they're going to steal it and they're going to work under your name and your license." I said, "What?" And then I just started realizing I didn't know all of this was going on. I realized the natural hair game that was going on and people were loving it, but then they still were not being educated. It was just another platform. Okay, stay away from relaxers. They're bad for us and everything. But it was another avenue that, yes, is natural hair, but people thought that, okay, I got natural hair, so my hair not going to break no more. I don't need to do anything to my hair. That's another thing we saw. I saw a lot of women, like, they just wanted some sister locks and they didn't want to touch their hair. They didn't want to wash. They didn't want to do anything. They was like, just keep it like that. I can pull it up a ponytail. No, that's your hair. It's like you get up, you take a bath, you wash every part of your body, but you say, my hair don't need to be washed. It's part of you. That's the biggest organ. Your skin is the biggest organ of your body. You don't think that your hair needs that too? So we're in the state. We are here. We are Coach Don and Coach Lee are your virtual hairstylists. So I'm in a position where I say, well, I can't. I'm still going to speak up for cosmetologists and still believe that, hey, this is the route that you need to go into, right? But at the same time, we have a platform for you that if you want that one-on-one coaching, that's what we're offering, that's what we're doing for you, and we can get your hair back on track. We can get those things back on track, and then it's more intimate and it's more in depth, and what you'll realize, it is not just your physical, but then you start talking about the things that led up to you making the decisions if you were experiencing hair loss and those different things, and then we can deal with that as well. So these are some of the reasons why the cosmetologists or hairstylists, they just sick of your like Don said, they sick of your bad customer service. You're coming over there, the lady under the dryer, the client under the dryer, you need half of her money because you got to pay for the product man that then came through the door. You got to pay for the products, or you want something to eat and you don't have no money and you depend on her money, so you want her to pay you up front. I have seen everything. I have seen where hairstylists have left their children in the salon. They done drove off and told the client to watch their kids. I have seen some stuff. It hasn't been in the salons I've worked in. I can tell you that right now, because you do that in the salons I worked in, like Pinecrest. No, ma'am. They be like, ma'am, Lee, can we see you back here? You are when you see that, you see that hand moving like that, you're done. Don't come in here with that. You cannot come in there with that. You know what I mean? And so y'all just tired. The clients is tired. Today is the clients' day. They tired of the foolishness. They tired of the last minute. Not doing hair today. They tired of you told me it was 60 on the phone. Now you're telling me it's 125. They're tired. They tired of you promising bundles of hair, and when you get the hair in there, it's looking like hair from a possum. The hair looking like possum hair. The hair can't even curl. You know what I mean? They just tired. They tired of your hustle. They tired of you lying, telling them you can do something, and they get the chair. You can't do none of it. They tired of you not wanting to do continuing education.
Yeah.
Right? They tired of the drama. They just tired. They tired of you gluing hair on the top of their head. They want some. They want some realistic answers, solutions. Is this permanent or is this what it is? They want solutions. How can I turn this around? I still want to take care of my hair, but I want something that and listen, let me tell y'all one thing I will say. Everyone at the consultations, and Donna did a lot of consultations in the last 3 weeks. They all don't have no problem spending money.
Yeah.
Now I was like, okay, but I really these are, you know, and it doesn't matter what career you're in. You could be working at KFC.
Mm-hmm.
They care. They like, listen, I just want my hair back. I
Yeah.
done messed up, or hey, it's just been something simple like my hair just keep breaking off. I keep cutting it. It's breaking off. What is this? Simple stuff that you can get fixed and you can get done. So they just tired. They want solutions. It's like, let me tell you what hairstylists are today. Y'all was looking for an Airbnb or a hotel, and they showing you the lobby, and you're like, ooh, and you going like, oh, it say it's a 4-star. And you're like, woo. That's how I used to feel about Sheraton. I used to love Sheraton. This is years ago. I love the fact that they had white sheets, because white to me is clean, right? I remember I was in ATL at Atlanta,
Uh-huh.
doing a hair show, right? And the bed was plush and all this different stuff. The lobby looked nice, and I went in there. Y'all, when I went to flush the toilet, the plumbing was bad. The water. I don't like that. I'm like, now wait a minute. Now how much I paying? I'm paying a night here. So I'm looking at that. I get in the bed. I go to sleep. I wake up. I got all these bites on my legs. Bed bugs in the bed. Now this
Jeez.
in a high end. This was years ago. That's why to this day, I'm like the clients. I'm not going to a Sheraton, number one. And then when I do go to I look for brand new hotels. When I do go, guess what, y'all? I got to put on something long because I'm still traumatized from the bed bugs. I
Uh-huh.
didn't even know that was possible to have bed bugs in a hotel. So, but the thing is, the reason why I'm bringing this, I'm making the the similarities is the fact that it's like a hairstylist. You call them, you go on the website, like, ooh, I want my hair like this. Yes. Then you send them a text and they like, yeah, girl, we can do that. But go ahead and pay your deposit. You pay the deposit, you excited. The lobby looks good. Then you get in there, you look at the place, ooh, it's nice in here. Then you go sit down and you see hair on the floor. You go in the bathroom, it's piss everywhere. No, nobody clean the bathrooms. You like, well, my God. And y'all know how we are. When we come to somebody's house, if the bathroom nasty, I'm not eating from you. So now you're looking at that. Then you got to turn around and you're looking at the service. She mad. She done came in an hour late. And she looking at her assistant like, did you put them under? Did you wash them? Did you touch their hair? Touch their hair because I need that money. I know I'm an hour late. So you're dealing with all of that. So then you start seeing the bad stuff. And then you like, well, I'm paying for this kind of service right up here, but I'm getting this service. It's
Right.
not fair to me. And then after you do all that, and you know the service was bad, then you turn around, you give them your money. And then after you give them your money, guess what? You look around, you say, well, it was a bad experience, but child, I'm gonna go on back because I like this. Now she could slay some hair. She really can slay. She is destroying your hair and your scalp. So that is what we're left with. And so women are like, I'm good. I listen. Let me talk. Let me go on Beautypioneers, see what they talking about today. Let me share my story and see how many women have dealt with this. This is a normal thing. The bad practices that's going on, the CCCA that's happening to clients and things like that. It's real. It's real what's going on with us, and we are y'all like that's the real boycott. Hold on, Keisha. Wait, let me see. You know, Keisha. Girl, orange is not my color. I would have went off on that lady. But hopefully y'all can have a virtual conference with y'all fellow stylists because they are out of control. Oh my God. Keisha say, yes, Don. Keisha, man, Coach Lee, reading all my little mail with this hair combo. Tanya Mathis, does the stylist still use a hot comb to press and curl? Yes, they do, Tanya. Yeah. I think they have now even the electrical ones, the hot comb, but I prefer the old school one with the stove. Okay. All right. All right. And that is that. Don, do you have anything else to add to this wonderful, wonderful meeting? why y'all, the hairstylists, y'all are not taking, y'all are over the foolishness. Do you have anything else to add to it?
How's the boycott going?
Honey, this the real boycott. The client say this the real boycott. We not supporting none of that mess. It started out. I haven't heard anything about the boycott because only thing I've been hearing about is the fact that this whole shutdown. So people have been more focused on that. They are not focused on not buying beauty supplies. More women are going in the stores and buying glueless wigs and stuff. They trying to prepare for the shutdown because people are losing their jobs and things like that. So they're like, I'm just gonna get me a wig and braid my hair down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like it's a weird thing. So a lot of these hairstylists, and I'm sure they watching, they gonna say, we need to start doing the same thing. If you're not educated, please do not try to start these consultations. If you're not a licensed cosmetologist, please leave these ladies alone, because I'm going to tell you one thing that we are doing here on Beauty Pioneers. We bringing them the information. So I keep saying, and we seeing it. I see women, the client hairstylists, they either getting left or they getting right. That's what's happening, because like I tell you guys, when you start affecting someone's money, remember that the what's the hairstylist, the African salon, and the lady was rude and all that. When that money was dwindling and she started seeing people was not coming to that salon, she got right.
Yeah.
It got so bad, she said, wait a minute, let me do a public apology.
Wow.
Right. So that's what we're going down to. We're going to that. And to be honest, women are more comfortable with we are in a state. I think COVID kind of showed that a lot too, that you can survive and make it on your own. A lot of the conversations I'm having too with women, they're like, when COVID came, I had to do my own hair because you couldn't go into the salons. Some of the hairstylists have passed away, so they didn't want to take the risk. And so women start getting comfortable with learning themselves, right? They started saying, shoot, I got to run to the store. When they start letting us go into the stores, you had to look like something. Not everybody was throwing on wigs. Women was like, I'm just going to do my hair. I'm going to wash my hair, get all this stuff. I'm going to sit on YouTube, but I'm going to learn. Now, when you learn from YouTube, make sure they are licensed.
Yeah.
Like I said, the lady was mixing that lady had, she said she looked, it was a 30 volume bottle with bleach and she was just squirting it in and just mixing it and telling her, get ready. And the lady said, no, ma'am. So you got to make sure and you're going to be able to decipher who knows what they're talking about and who doesn't. And let me tell you the worst case scenario in this whole movement that we're doing, right, Don? Because it's a movement.
Yes.
It's like we just come every week and we dropping gems and we educating clients and we educating the hairstylists. They may take it wrong, but that's what we're doing. But it is getting to a place, the worst case scenario is that hairstylist and that client, you're going to step up your game. Or you're just going to get out the game altogether. You're going to be like, child, let me just do this 9 to 5. I'm good. Because y'all not bringing me no money anyway. Yeah. If you really love what you do, if you are passionate about being a cosmetologist, a hairstylist, I'm not telling you it's something wrong with being a specialty hairstylist. There's nothing wrong with specialty hairstylist. You specialize in braiding, or it's nothing wrong with it. Where it becomes wrong is when you're doing chemical services. It becomes wrong when you're doing maybe your craft, your actual, what you're good at, what you were licensed for, but the practice is bad. The customer service is bad. And what's happening, to make you guys understand, it's not an attack on our cosmetologists or hairstylists, but what's happening is because you're naturalist and you don't have the education of trichology and the different things that a cosmetology may have. The bad experiences that the clients are dealing with is now coming on us. And so we tired now. You know what I mean? We're tired and we got to speak up and we got to say, hey, this is what this is and this is what that is. And it may step on your toes, but two things going to happen. You're going to say, you know what? Because I see it all the time. I'm not paying all this money to go to school to be no cosmetologist, and I don't have a clientele. I understand what you're saying, but you got to invest in yourself. People are not going to invest in you if you don't invest in yourself. That's the only way your business or your platform will grow. You have to be able to invest in yourself, because investing in yourself, your clients know that one thing I know, she gonna take care of my hair. You know what they say, Don? She got growing hands.
Yeah.
You know what them growing hands is? Education. Education. Hold
Yeah.
on. You're
Education is key. You have to learn how to do natural hair. When I say
mhm,
natural, I mean the hair that's growing out of the person's head. You know,
right.
sometimes we get in the industry because we can style hair. I've been doing hair, or my family hair, or people in the neighborhood hair, or in college. I've been getting by, but you've mastered how to style hair,
Right.
the art of styling, but you've never mastered the science behind beauty. So that's what cosmetology teaches you. It teaches you the science behind beauty. So you're able to sustain yourself when you come out of cosmetology school, or when you complete cosmetology school. You'll be able to exceed past the trend,
Mhm,
because a lot of stylists stop doing hair, or you never hear about them anymore because the style is no longer trending, right?
mhm.
What to do after I do a quick weave. That's why quick weaves are still in, because you know it's a certain level of stylists that everybody under those caps are bald. So most of the people and it's inexpensive. The
Right.
quick, very inexpensive style. So everybody could, jump on top of it. But if you learn to master the science of beauty, you'll be in the industry as long as your health provide allows you to
Mhm.
withhold withstand the industry, because great hairstylists are always in demand, and companies are willing to pay hairstylists
Right.
good service. So it's always a good investment, always a great career, if you just do the work.
Don, I remember when I first started as the licensed cosmetologist. My daughter was the one that was like, "Mommy, you should go on TikTok and do it, because people need to hear from you." Because she would, watch me when I was in Carolinas. I would do these free seminars because I wanted the Black women. I started seeing a rise with hair loss, and I'm like, something is wrong with this. I was getting aggravated because I kept fixing stuff, and then they go back out. I just was tired of it.
Mhm.
And I remember I was like, I don't know. All I know is I used to pray and say, God, just tell me what to say. I understood things, and I started talking about the scenarios and the different things that happen in the salon. And to be honest, guys, it wasn't until I met Don, I knew I wasn't like I didn't know who I was. I knew who I was. But it wasn't until when the scripture when it says iron sharpens iron, that was dawn for me, because I was like doing like just the surface videos, how to do this, and I was like, I knew that wasn't my purpose, just to tell you about dandruff. You understand what I mean? I knew the purpose was bigger than that. And I
Right.
didn't want to be the typical hairstylist, right?
Hmm.
But when you came in the picture, you was like, oh no, they just do aesthetics. Like I didn't even understand. I knew it was a problem
Hmm.
going on in the beauty world when it comes to the Black community. But when Dawn came in, she kind of like shed light on things. And then I was like, hey, I'm gonna do this. She said, you already got that skill set. And I
Right.
said, you know what? You're right. You know what I mean? So things that I was like, I need to go and look into. She was like, Lee, you already we got it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And no matter what, and like Keisha said, them hairstylists in here peeping in here. I'm sure they are, and that's okay, because I'm not a gatekeeper. I want them to do better, because that's going to make our culture better, our community better. It's
Make,
not about tearing down other
absolutely.
women. And this is the great thing about Don and I. We were like, listen, Don undid it all. Don had salons. 4, 5, 6 salons open. Dawn has done celebrity. She has traveled the world. She's an educator. I was an educator for big corporations. I did the same thing, a regional brand manager. And she said, let's take all of those skill sets that we learned and let's take it up to another level. But we had to be bold in what we said. I was afraid to offend, but I'm not afraid to offend because I understand that it's bigger than us. It's bigger than us because you don't see no other race of people that the pictures that we show of hair loss, you don't see that. When you see them like that, it's medical. Most of the time, it is medical. Or they may have fine hair and they do the tape extensions. But for the most part, they wearing wigs, that's for an event or something. They don't make their temporary hairstyle permanent. It's only us because a lot of us have been taught to hate ourselves and that we've been taught that our hair is difficult. And so we don't want to know about us. We want to know about the hair that's from India, Cambodia, Brazilian hair. Who you know in Brazil is shaving their hair off and sacrificing their hair? They're not sacrificing their hair in no Brazil. They are processing that hair to get the curl pattern that you see Brazilians wear. So it's like but we would study it, we would learn it, and then we want to know, well, what kind of shampoo do I use on it, and how do I keep it curl? We want to do all that, but when it comes to our hair, we don't want to think about it. If I could shave it all off and never deal with it again, I would do that, and that is sad. There's no other culture, there's no other race of people when it comes to our women. We're looking for beauty on the outside, and it's millions of us that run circles around, but we can't even see it within ourselves because of trauma, childhood trauma, bad relationships, and different things. And this platform here is not just about hair, ladies. This platform here is we got to go to the next level. We're not victims. We can restore ourselves. May have been through some things, and we may not have been through some things, but we are naturally beautiful women, naturally beautiful, and we got to change the mindset. We can't keep destroying and compromising our hair to look like people that's trying to look like us.
Right.
All right, I done said what I need to say. Let me see what Don. Oh, Keisha told me some. Y'all know that Dallas over here peeking through the blinds, getting them some additional education or motivation. Keisha, we hate our hair. Yep. Yes, we are naturally beautiful. Yep. Oh God. Anyway, I have Don. Do you have anything else you want to add to it? Y'all. Keisha, get ready. Don, what you got for us today?
Just protect the crown. Continue to protect the crown.
Protect the crown.
Stay beautiful.
Stay beautiful. Y'all, listen, I know y'all done heard me 50 times talking about this community. Last week,
Right.
Don, I was slammed. I was like, every day I was like, today. And I come home and I'm like, God dog it, I gotta do A, B, and C. And I know y'all like, Lee, where is the community? We coming, y'all. We coming. We coming. I may post it on here this week. I cannot say promise. The Bible say let your words be yay or nay. So y'all just keep looking out for the community. We need it. We need it, y'all, because we gotta stop having people look at us in a negative light, and these negative shows we have and these negative things that we have on social media about ourselves. And we have to change. We got to make a difference in this world. We got to live out our purpose. We got to do a lot. So I pray that this live has helped a lot of you. I'm very proud of you that have said, hey, I believe in hair care. I'm one of them ones that hated my hair, hated my had self-hatred. I'm one of those women or whatever, and I want to restore myself and get back, and I want to teach my daughters and my sons, what it is for a woman to have self-love and love herself. and I want to get on track. So Beauty Pioneers, that's what it's about here. We're not gatekeepers. And for our hairstylists that are out there, we want you to level up because this is the reality. You can say, hey, you can be triggered and you can feel whatever kind of way you feel, but people tired. Nobody wants to spend good money for the foolishness, and they don't have to.
Right.
All right. We're your virtual hairstylists. And guess what, y'all? We will see you next week, Sunday. Lord's will. We will see you there. We appreciate you. We love you for stopping by. Please don't forget to subscribe to Beauty Pioneers. Please subscribe there as well so we can go live. We are like, I think we're like 15 more people we need so we can go live on Beauty Pioneers. And we appreciate y'all. Love you guys to pieces. See you next week. Michael, yes, we'll see you next week. Oh, and Keisha say, don't run into your baby daddy at the club, Dawn. See you guys next week. Love you all. Smooches.